The new normal in education helps students to continue their learnings. Before we proceed to the activity, we just want to say that a lot of learnings that we gained in this course and some other FAs are hard for us to answer, but we enjoyed the subject. We found interest and appealing in the topic of qualia that until now there are knowledge argument on the reduction physicalism and substantial dualism, which some says that only reduction physicalism or there is no mind just in physicalism. Only the sense occur and it doesn't need a mental. In other way around, they say that the substantial dualism exists in the life of person, which the physical and mental state. And now, we want to share one social issue that we encounter right now, which is the new normal in education, helps students to continue their learnings. In our generation for today, we are in the modern technology that help us to communicate, think, and learn. Many of us are having these machineries, but not all. The reason why we are not the same in the status of life. There are in the high class, middle class, and poorest to the poor. Technology is very useful nowadays in terms of education, which it will become the tool or a way in order to learn and to have a knowledge. In proliferation of pandemic and the prevalence of COVID-19 for the whole world was the reason to have a class suspension for almost a month. They implement lockdowns and or a community quarantine, social distancing, and safety protocols for them to suppress the virus. That's why they make a way to continue with the educational training of the student, which under depth and distance learning plans, learning will derive through via printed and digital modules, online classes, television, and radio. Online class is a video call set up in any available social media platforms in order to have a communication through teachers and students. Also, the television and radio, which can help us to sustain the education system. In unexpected circumstances that we face today, some others are not in favor in online class due to the fact that they can't afford to buy some gadget and to buy a load. Instead of having it, they might think first the basic needs. They want to have a academic freeze because students are having a uniqueness. Not all can adapt the new normal type of education. That's why education system have a survey in order to know the learning system, the modality that may prefer in terms of education. According to the result of survey, due to the lack of gadget and internet connections, the highest percentage of the learning system was the modular because some other students are in secluded places. They are far from the civilization and some of it are not able to study because it is so far away. In other way around, as pandemic occur, teacher taking a risk in order to give the learning modules. In the help of our government in different municipalities and provinces, they give television, tablet, printers, desk setup, and it depends upon the local government of what platforms will give. The reason why not all have the same budget to support educational learning materials. As we experience this new normal in education, we can say that it is very helpful for the students to continue the learnings. Although there are many barriers such as unstable network, can't afford to buy gadget, and many more. At least there is a way to carry on the education learnings. Therefore, we conclude that the idea of our educational system was very good because they have another way, which is the online class via printed digital modules, television, and radio for us to continue our learnings. But it's strenuous and challenging than class which provide in the traditional classroom setting, and it requires self-study and self-motivation due to the fact that we are not able to have face-to-face classes and in unexpected existence of pandemic, howsoever they are pursuing the learnings of every person for us to non-stop knowing and continue our learnings. We can take away from this by doing or helping government in the healthy protocols to fight the pandemic. We are not the expert doctors to have a vaccine. All we need to do as of now is to follow the government to fight this pandemic. We can back to normal when we have a vaccine. we should focus to the things that can help students to grasp a lot of things. What are these things that can help and they can get on their future? What do you think? Finally, we want to say to the upcoming students that this subject is very challenging and enjoyable. Many learnings will get and you can bring this learning to the future. The most challenging was when the submission is very close and you have a lot of activities to submit. The best way to do is have a time to do the activities. Don't wait the deadlines on submitting it. We learn in this course on how to give time on our activities because time is gold, so we need to value it because we cannot bring back the time. That's all. Thank you.